Hey Lara, gorgeous, how are you?
Missing you, Kubi. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Manolo Blahnik Boutique in Dubai Mall. It is such a pleasure to have you with us today, and you're looking as great as ever.
Well, I think we're kind of matching, gorgeous.
Right? And we didn't even call each other
We didn't
before.
even, if we did, it would have been perfect.
Seriously, beyond perfect.
Beyond. Now, we're here at Manolo Blahnik, as you have rightly said.
Yes.
Let's just first of all talk about the fact that you are an ambassador for this phenomenal brand. This ambassadorship here in Dubai, what does that mean, babes?
Well, being a luxury brand ambassador is not only being the face of the brand, but also doing business development for the brand. So something very similar to what we had here this morning, hosting an event, inviting the creme de la creme of Dubai to come and attend the event. Of course, making sure business transactions take place there and then and on a continuous basis. So basically doing photo shoots for the brands also on a regular basis and taking them to where they want to go, taking them to the next level and making sure that those brands achieve the targets and the goals that they set for themselves.
I love the way you're speaking because straight off the back, you are speaking like a brand ambassador, not an influencer, right?
Absolutely.
And they are two different things.
For sure.
How often do people mistake you for an influencer versus a brand ambassador, and what's the difference in your opinion?
Absolutely. I have been mistaken for an influencer, and I always try and correct them that I am not an influencer, because an influencer is somebody that goes to take a few reels, photos, stories on Instagram, and they eventually get paid for it. My job as a brand ambassador is much more than that. It's basically business development for the brand as well as being face of the brand. So yes, there's a huge difference between the two.
Massive difference. And let's talk about kind of the business of Lara and the business of being a brand ambassador. Manolo Blahnik is one of the brands that you represent, but there's a whole peripheral of them.
Absolutely.
Who else?
Absolutely. So I work very closely with Michael Brugler Watches from Zurich, Switzerland. Michael Brugler himself is a polo player, woke up one morning and decided to create his own watch line, watch brand. His watches are very, very unique in the sense that they're bespoke, so they're custom made from the color of the dial to the color of the diamonds to the strap that you want to have on, whether it's a stainless steel, leather, rubber strap, whatever it is that you want can be made especially for you to be sure that no one else in the world is wearing the watch that you're wearing.
Amazing.
You order it online, you're given a barcode and it's delivered to you anywhere in the world. I'm also a brand ambassador for Margie's Monte Carlo, the world's most luxurious skincare. Margie herself is based in the south of France in Monaco. She has her own spa there. So basically the royals of Europe, like Princess Charlene, Prince Charles, get into their private jets, go down to Margie's Monte Carlo spa, which is in Monaco opposite the Hermitage Hotel, just next to the casino in Monaco. And they get rejuvenated basically from head to toe, go out looking like amazing newborn babies, beautiful. And yeah, basically Margie's is available in all the Jumeirah hotels here in Dubai, as well as many other leading 5-star properties in the region. And we're entering into different parts of the region right now. I can't disclose anything because the contracts have not been
Because of those
signed.
NDAs.
Yes, exactly, those NDAs.
Them non-disclosure agreements.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's dig deep in this. So when a brand comes to you, a Manolo Blahnik or a skincare brand, and they say, Lara, we want to work with you. Take us through the steps to sitting down and having the first meeting to ending up with the event that you had today. You had the creme de la creme of Dubai in the room. People were taking pictures. There was lots of selfies and dialogue and conversation. You were networking, connecting people. But take us from let's work with Lara to this.
Absolutely. So let's work with Lara starts off with an initial meeting. I get to know more about the brand. I've got to be convinced and I've got to love the brand. I've got to have passion for the brand to be able to work with them. If the passion's not there and if I'm not 100% convinced, I usually do not proceed. So when the first meeting takes place, we discuss the brand and where they see themselves. They share with me their vision, and that's the most important part of the entire process. So they tell me, look, we want to be in Burj Al Arab, we want to be at the Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi, we want to be in Harrods in London, we want to be in Harvey Nichols in London, we want to go to Saks Fifth Avenue in New York. I make sure it all happens.
Amazing.
So basically, this is how the initial conversations start. They share their vision with me, and then we take the brand, we do a few photo shoots in prime and luxurious locations in Dubai. And then after that takes place, we start doing events. Usually events take place every 3 to 4 weeks. And of course, we follow the different occasions. So you've got Valentine's on February 14th, you've got Christmas, December 24th, you've got the UAE National Day, you've got many celebrations here in the country, you've got the holy month of Ramadan, you've got the Eid, which takes place after the Ramadan. So there's a million occasions to celebrate. And we utilize those occasions to basically have an event during that time to maximize as much as we can on the sales, which is usually what ends up happening and taking place.
This is fantastic. An event like today's event, do you sit down and look at the metrics after the event to ascertain how many shoes were sold,
Absolutely.
how many influencers vlogged, blogged, how the hashtag was used? What does that look
Absolutely.
like post-event?
Yes. So post-event, a lot of work takes place. People don't realize that, but there is a lot of work after the event. So checking out how many, let's say today with Manolo Blahnik, how many pairs of shoes were sold, how many posts were placed on stories, actual posts on Instagram and other platforms of social media, how many publications were written about the event. So we had quite a few print media that were present with us, like Khalij Times, different magazines, different TV stations were here today. So we definitely have to follow up on that and see how many publications were created after today. So yeah.
I love the fact that you are demystifying what a brand ambassador does, because as a brand consultant, people see on my Instagram, I take a shot and they think that's it, beginning, middle and end, and that's a job done. And I'm like, Chad, we didn't get paid as much as we did if that was it, right?
Of course.
So let's talk about when you say no to a brand. What are some of the things that make you say yes, and what are some of the things that make you say, actually, I don't want to work with this brand?
Well, it's got to be environmentally friendly. It's got to be animal friendly. It's got to be something that I truly believe in and I do love. And I've got to try and test it on myself to see that the results are there. So let's say, for example, with the skincare line, they tell you that this eye cream is like a miracle. It's going to remove the dark circles and it's going to remove the puffiness and anti-aging, etc., etc. You end up using it and trying and testing it yourself, and you realize that no, I've been using this for 3 months before you decide to agree to take the brand on, but the results are not there. I'm definitely not going to go ahead with the brand, because for me, I've got to try and test the brand on myself, see the results before I can sell it to people. You have to not only know your product, but you have to love your product. And I think those two go hand in hand before going out there and selling them to the rest of the world.
I so agree. And when you've got a brand that's known, you know, Manolo Blahnik, I was saying to you off camera, Christina Blahnik and I were at the Harper's Bazaar Summit together. We often chatted during the lockdown. You know, for people who don't know, Christina Blahnik is the CEO of Manolo Blahnik.
Oh, yeah.
She's the niece of Manolo Blahnik, right?
Yes.
And she's a phenomenal woman. But when you have a brand that's so iconic, like Manolo Blahnik, and they're saying we want to get into the Dubai region, do you often feel overwhelmed, or do you straight away think, I know what to do with this in this region? How does it work for you?
Because I'm born and brought up in Dubai, I've been here all my life. I know the country really well. It's a no-brainer. Whatever brand would approach me, and I do decide to take them on, I would know exactly what to do with them, where to place them, who the target audience would be, what kind of events to host around them, what kind of PR and marketing campaigns to revolve around those specific brands. So it's a no-brainer, because I know the country really well, because I know the market really well, and I know what the market's looking for, and I know where the gaps are, and I know how to fill those gaps. So
Dubai's so transient, right? I've been here for 3 months now, and already I'm seeing just how transient it is. How does a brand succeed in this market, considering it's not like London, right? Somebody will be born and bred in London generations after generations. It's very stable. How does a brand succeed here?
I think the key to success in this region is being different. Having a brand that sets you apart from the rest. You would have to be different, you'd have to be unique. People in Dubai like to have the best of everything. We're very spoiled being in this part of the world, and we do have a lot of brands. We're sitting in one of the most amazing shopping malls in the world. It's as we're having this interview, you have over 1,200 retail outlets in this mall.
In this mall?
In this mall.
Wow.
1,200 retail outlets that are booming. They're doing so well because of the influx of tourism into the country. As you know, right now, the whole world's coming to Dubai. So, you've got everything in this country. So whatever it is that you want to bring as a brand into Dubai, you would have to be unique, different.
And luxurious.
Luxury is definitely the key.
And luxurious.
Luxury from head to toe. That's what Dubai is about.
Right.
I mean, we even drink coffee with gold in it in
Right,
Dubai.
right.
When you speak of luxury in Dubai,
It's the real deal.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
real
all about
deal.
the glitz, glamour, and luxury. That's what Dubai is about.
It is. I want to talk about your backstory. Born and bred in Dubai, how does somebody like you go from a cute girl to 400,000 followers on Instagram and being called by some of the biggest brands in the world to represent them here in Dubai? What's that journey been?
It's been an interesting one. It's been lots of fun, but it has had its challenges for sure, like everything else in life. So I went to school here. I was born and brought up in Dubai. I went to school here, a very, very strict school. And then went off to Switzerland, did hotel management, came back to work in the family business because my father's a hotelier, owns a few hotels around the world. And then got headhunted by the first English language TV station that was setting up in Dubai, known as InTV, which later on became known as City 7 TV. I did that full time for many, many years. And then I decided to take a small break and then do that on a freelance basis. And this is when the luxury brand started approaching me. I was also getting approached by a lot of charity organizations around the world, like the Emirates Red Crescent, Rashid Center for the Disabled here in Dubai, St. Jude's Cancer Hospital for children in Lebanon that are born with cancer, the UNHCR, which is under the umbrella of the United Nations, to work with them, organize events. Whatever we raise goes to help the people of those organizations, and of course different organizations around the world. So that's, that happened all at once, and we are where we are today, doing the luxury brands, hosting events such as the one I hosted today. Today I'm hosting a little bit more of events, which I never thought I would end up doing, but I am hosting quite a few events here in the region, things to do with the world of finance, like NFTs, blockchains, cryptos, things along those lines. I still do my luxury brands. I do my fashion events, which I'm extremely passionate about. I am a member of the Middle East Fashion Council, as well as the Arab Fashion Council, and other fashion councils here in the region. So I'm involved in many fashion events here in the region, which I love, I'm very passionate about.
I love the diversification.
Yeah.
I love the fact that 1 minute I will see you representing NFT and crypto, and I'll get an invite to one of those events, and then the next minute it's, a charity event, and the next minute it's Manolo Blahnik. How does one juggle all of that? And the behind the scenes of just being a woman in business and being a mother, being a wife. What's the juggle like for you?
I guess it's all about time management at the end of the day, Kobe. Waking up in the morning, I'm a very early riser. I wake up at 5 in the morning.
Amazing.
So by 12 o'clock, half my day's already done. So I plan my time very wisely. I plan my entire day, hour by hour. Meetings back to back, hosting events, event to event. As you know, in Dubai, we've got like 20 events a day. So making sure that you give your continuous support to all the people that are out there, because they have shown you support, so it's only right that you show them support.
You've touched on something really important, the power of reciprocation.
Absolutely.
I often teach in strategy sessions that people don't pay enough attention to relationship marketing. They pay attention to Instagram and YouTube and Snapchat. They pay attention to vlogging, but not enough to relationship marketing. Why is that so important, do you think?
It is so important to me because I believe what you give out there comes back to you.
Amen.
Of course, absolutely. I mean, when I have 10 events a day and I end up showing up at those events, each and every one, for 10-15 minutes, believe me, those people appreciate it. And when I host my event, they're going to be there to support me. So it's very important to support other people, because I've got a motto in life: treat others as you would want to be treated.
Absolutely.
And when you show respect and when you're there to support other people, it will definitely come back. So yeah.
I love this. I love this. Can we go there with girly conversation? Can we go there?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, child, my feet hurt me all the time at events. Okay. And I look at your Instagram and I'm like, I know I'm busy at events. How are you managing with the 4-inch heels, the cute outfits, keep smiling even when you're tired? I need to know.
Thank you so much.
I need to know.
That is such a compliment coming from you, and I really appreciate it, Kirby. And I tell you what, I mean, at the end of the day, I do go home and sometimes I feel I feel like I'm in so much pain, like my feet are about to explode and burst, and I'm paralyzed. I can't move for a few hours. But I guess hard work pays off.
Yes.
And I love what I do. I'm passionate about everything I do. You cannot make me do this. Even if I get paid all the millions of dollars in the world for what I do, you cannot make me do it if I don't enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I love what I do. The passion is there. So at the end of the day, when my feet are hurting, I look at the mirror and I say, I get back up.
Get back up.
And you know what? I do the same thing all over again the following day.
I say thank God for some ice for the feet and some concealer for the eyes.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Thank God for makeup. I don't know what I would do without it.
Right? Absolutely. So 2 last questions before I let you go.
Sure.
You touched on money.
Yes.
How has the pandemic affected your industry? And is it bouncing back now or is it still slow?
Well, the luxury industry has definitely been impacted during COVID. Media world has also been impacted during COVID. Even charity work was slightly impacted during COVID, except I got a chance to host a beautiful event, a very intimate event for UNHCR, where we were able to help the refugee students all around the world.
Amazing.
And we hosted another one with Emirates Red Crescent here, where we were able to help the people that didn't have enough finances to have a meal a day during COVID because they weren't working, so they weren't receiving their incomes.
Phenomenal.
So we were able to do those things during COVID. But what I did do during COVID, I utilized my time very wisely. I set up a women empowerment platform.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on.
It's all about women
Come on.
empowerment. Exactly. So I gathered a group of over 200 women every single Wednesday and Saturday at a place called Bite Me Burger in DIFC, where I was interviewing them because, as you know, I'm a TV presenter.
Yes.
Interviewing them, making sure they appear on YouTube, set up a channel for them, spoke about their businesses and how they were impacted during COVID, and try to give them a platform to boost their businesses, to boost their mental morale, which was destroyed. The fear they injected into us during COVID was horrendous. So trying to help these women to get out there, to interact with other women, network with other women. And funnily enough, 3 of those women set up a business because of my platform.
Amazing.
So I was so happy. You have no idea.
Mate, we're so similar because during COVID, I did the same thing. I was like, how do I support all the women who bought my book? At the time when COVID hit, I had 10,000 copies sold of my book. And all I kept thinking is, that's 10,000 women who may have lost their job, who are mothers to feed children, who are single women on their own. And because in the UK, we were completely on lockdown. Like you guys here were out and about.
We were.
Right? But we were on lockdown.
I remember.
Yeah, and so I did mine completely online and I mentored 1,300 women over the course of COVID.
That's amazing.
Aren't we similar?
Chapeau bas
Come
to
on,
you.
thank
we are
you.
very similar.
Come on, I'm loving
Absolutely.
this.
I'm loving it too. Oh my God, that's amazing.
It is. It's so important. You know, the principle of givers gain.
Absolutely.
And you can get through anything when you take your own focus off yourself and put it on others, which is what you've done.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
Last question for you, my darling. What's the future?
What's the future? I'll tell you what, now that we're out of COVID, it's a bright one.
Yes.
It's a positive one. It's
Yes.
a beautiful one. Especially being here in Dubai, we're so blessed to be in this gorgeous city that we're in that knew how to handle the pandemic so wisely.
Yes.
And have an amazing future ahead of them. We've got Expo, which is about to finish, but that doesn't mean things are over.
No.
I think things will begin after Expo.
Yes.
And we have so much to look forward to. Me on a personal level, I plan to host many more events.
Amazing.
More in the world of fashion.
Amazing.
More in the crypto space. More in the blockchain, crypto, and NFT space.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because women, we need to get into that space more.
Absolutely.
You know, women
But we
really need to be in STEM.
But we need to be educated about it
That's
in order
very true.
to be able to invest in it.
Yes.
And I don't think they're doing enough of that, not only in the region, but around the world. So I think we need to be educated to be able to invest in it so we can get the gains
Yes.
out of it, because
yes.
there's so much to gain out of that.
And there
platform.
is, you know, I was talking to somebody about what Balenciaga has done with Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, look, ladies, if we love fashion, just look at where the luxury fashion brands are going with metaverse. Get involved.
Absolutely.
You know, buy that crypto real estate before it all gets gobbled up, you know, by the boys.
Now is the time.
Now is the time. I see you doing that in the future. I see you being part of that education.
I love it. I love it. Exactly. I want to educate women. I want to help them in order for them to invest. So you know, they can feel as powerful as everybody else.
So how can somebody get hold of you, connect with you, and make you an ambassador?
Well, I'm available on Instagram. My Instagram account is Luxury with Lara. I'm also available on LinkedIn. It's Lara Tablet, L-A-R-A-T-A-B-E-T. I've got two websites, laratablet.net, luxurywithlara.com. So you guys can reach out to me in any way.
I love it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, my love. Thank you.
And one more.
Lebanese.
Congratulations on such an amazing event at Manolo Blahnik.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure having you here with us today. And thank you so much for hosting me on your show. It's been a true delight.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, baby. Thank you.